Good morning, good morning. Wednesday, February 24th, this episode of ConnectWise TV. My name's Janine Edwards, and today we are going to be talking about demystifying the value of cloud services. Very exciting topic. We've got a really cool hour for you, so thanks for joining us. Cloud, right? Coming at us faster than we ever imagined. So we're all thinking about the issues that are top of mind for our solution provider community as we look to make an entrance into the cloud business model. Questions that we're asking ourselves, right? What kinds of stuff will make up my cloud offerings? Can I really make money with these kinds of offerings? Will my customers see the benefit that I want them to see? And how can I keep that stickiness that makes me truly be a trusted advisor for my customers? So, what we want you to know, what we really want you to know is that if you're not prepared to have answers around cloud offerings for your customers today, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because it's coming at us faster than we imagined, right? So we thought it was time to get you seriously thinking about what your specific cloud strategy will be. So what did we decide to do? We decided to visit experts. Went out to the big G, big Google, right? Arnie traveled to the Google campus in Northern California to discuss these very topics with Google Apps Reseller Program expert Jeff Ragusa, pal of ours. Also in the mix in this conversation, Eric Bandy of Augusto, who is a ConnectWise and a Google Apps Reseller partner out of Minneapolis, who's been a very early adopter of cloud offerings. So we wanted to get his insight as well on what it takes to be successful in this cloud game, right? And how important ConnectWise has been to his success in this cloud business model. So what we know is that the opportunities are growing for the IT nation. And it may very well be time, as Jeff Ragusa would say, to lift your business to the cloud. So we're going to cut over to Arnie Bellini in Northern Cal and get some answers to these questions about this very ubiquitous cloud topic. Take it away, Arnie. Quick housekeeping as we cut over to Arnie. You want to maximize your screen when that video pops up. Go ahead and maximize your screen. And we'll be back for Q&A at the end of the session, so stick around.
Good morning, I'm Arnie Bellini, the CEO of ConnectWise, and we are here today at the Googleplex. In fact, behind me is Charlie's Cafe. It's the famous place where the founders of Google, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, along with the CEO, Eric Schmidt, get together every Friday, have an all-employee meeting. And they're actually going to be starting to meet here in just a couple of hours. We're here on a Friday. And, this is really the epicenter of where technology is happening. This is where all the technology innovation is happening. And I think a lot of people in the IT nation and the ConnectWise partner community don't really know a whole lot about Google. So we're here today with Jeff Ragusa, who is in charge of building a channel around the Google Cloud offering. And we're also here with Eric Bandy, and Eric Bandy is a ConnectWise partner out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the company is Augusto, and Eric is the president and CEO. So, we don't know a whole lot about Google, and you're in charge. Love the search, okay? Sure. I know there's a lot more than search. I know that, and I'm kind of being facetious, I know that you've got an incredible stack of applications. Right. And I know that you're in charge of building a reseller community around that. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, Arnie, and thanks, Eric, for being here, and welcome to our campus here in Mountain View, California. So I actually work with our Google Apps suite, and we were at, for a lot of the folks viewing, we were at the ConnectWise Partner Summit back in November. Had a lot of great conversations there. Our Google Apps suite is basically our suite of business applications that we've been bringing to businesses of all sizes for close to, it'll be 3 years actually next month. We started about a year ago. We started a reseller program around this as the market started to mature a little bit. And that's basically my role, is to try and engage with particularly SMB focused partners and try and help them to grow sustainably monetizable businesses around Google Apps. And so Eric from Augusto is certainly one of those examples, and we're trying to we're trying to create many more. And I will say that a lot of the conversations that I had with folks at the ConnectWise conference, and Eric was there as well, were great, and I think they were right along the lines of the kinds of the attributes and profiles that I saw from in those conversations were right along the lines of the kinds of partners that we see are successful in our early going here.
I'm going to tell you something, because we had Jeff and I went out to dinner last night, and I got to tell you, we just kept going and going and going. We ate, we finished eating, and we just kept going and going and going and going, talking about technology. And I got to be honest with you, I sat on a advisory board for Microsoft probably about 12 years ago, and those were exciting times. Microsoft was off like a rocket. A lot of cool things were happening. They were really the innovators of technology and making things happen. And I tell you what, I mean, I could be wrong, but it sure does feel like that's what's happening here at Google today. Difference is it's not happening on the desktop, it's happening up in the cloud. Right. And I know your whole job is to get, I mean, if I could put some words in your mouth, I'd say, Jeff, from the way I'm seeing it for the IT Nation, his job is to convince us that Google actually is our cloud. Okay? Scary stuff. Who'd have thunk it? You're not going to believe me, that's really kind of the idea. Google actually is positioning themselves to say, you know what? We're very reseller friendly. We want to create a channel. We want to help you monetize and make money. And we want to be your cloud. So we're going to kind of explore that a little bit. And Eric is a great example of a ConnectWise partner who's had a lot of success with Google Apps and the whole Google app stack. So, I mean, Eric, just tell us a little bit about what your experience has been with Google and the success, maybe some examples of success stories that you've had.
Sure, great. Thanks, Arnie, and thanks for inviting me here, Jeff. So Gusto has been working with Google and Google Apps for about a little over 2 years now. And we signed up for the reseller program pretty early on. And one of the organizations, or one of the type of companies that we tend to work a lot with, is organizations that are decentralized, and so they have a lot of mobile workers. And when looking at what solutions are out there, Google Apps rose immediately to the top, because the ability to deploy easily, the ability to really embrace a mobile work environment and mobile workers really just became a very strategic play. So some of our clients, like, I'll pick a Second Wind Exercise for an example. 102 locations across 9 states. In retail, they sell exercise equipment. And they needed a way to increase collaboration between corporate headquarters and each of their sites and all the employees in their sites. There was, unfortunately, a lot of organizations find when you're very decentralized that way, the communication between corporate and the employees out in these remote locations gets to be strained, because it's not an easy way to make sure that they feel like they're part of the team. So we brought in Google Apps immediately for the messaging piece, but from that we started leveraging Google Sites, Google Video, so they're doing training videos and company meetings and taping them so that anybody can see what's happening. It gives more communication from management to the employees, and then vice versa, from employees back up to the management. So it's proven to be a very, very strategically successful tool to use for companies like Second Wind Exercise.
Let me ask you a question. Second Wind Exercise, they based in your hometown, or in your okay? So their corporate headquarters is near you.
Yep.
My guess is you're doing managed services for the equipment that's under their roof.
Yep.
And you said, gee,